One day, each of us will stand before the Lord and give an account of our works. This is not a judgment that will decide whether or not you go to heaven. All who have placed their hope in Jesus and who have asked for forgiveness of their sins will spend eternity in heaven. This judgment will determine whether or not you used the gifts and talents that Christ trusted to you as a steward. Imagine a scenario like this.
Jenny Shingleton, I have called you to reach your coworkers, neighbors, and people who you encountered in your everyday life. I gave you gifts to carry out this calling.
Lord, I always did what I could. Well, anytime I heard that you wanted me to tell somebody about you, I did it.
You struggled throughout your life, thinking you had to be someone great to reach people. But you sought me and listened to my voice. Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Macy Thomas, I called you to pastor a church and lead my people in your town. You have faced many challenges and suffered many sorrows in my name.
I always tried to do what was right, and when it got hard, I turned to your word. I know I wasn't always perfect, but I was obedient.
When it was dark and seemed hopeless, you turned to me for strength. Because you remained faithful and did not grow weary in doing good, many were saved and await you. Well done, my good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of the Lord.
However, it won't be this way for all. 1 Corinthians 3:15 says, "If anyone's work is burned up, he will suffer loss. Though he will be saved himself, it will only be as through fire."
Joseph Miller, I called you to be a missionary in southern Sudan. I would have used you to reach across the country and touch millions of lives in my name. You struggled with the how rather than turn to me.
But Lord, I had to provide for my family, and besides, everybody told me it was a dangerous place to go, and I was just doing what I thought was best for my family.
Because you took your eyes off of me, your faith became weak, and you looked for an easier, safer way to serve. You spent your life worrying about yourself and your family's needs.
But Lord, I had to provide for my family. That's what it says in your word to do. And besides, I pastored a church for 17 years, and I did it for you, Lord.
If you had placed your trust in me, I would have provided above and beyond what your family needed. You would have been a blessing to not only the nation I called you to, but every nation the people you would have reached went to, carrying the good news of my name.
Ephesians 2:10 reminds us, we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which he has prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them.